Also spotted this really nice, oops, have to take a moment to see my little friend over here crawling across the floor. Hello, hello cricket. Is that good luck? Is that good luck that I saw a cricket?
Wow, it seems like forever since I have been in a Las Vegas Goodwill. Well, actually, I'm in a Henderson Goodwill. But I am going to pop in, see what I can find, and kind of get refreshed, because it's retail therapy, right? And just for those of you who do not like the music, let it be known that I am not overlaying music anymore. And I got a new toy. I can't use it yet. It has to charge up, but my new toy is hopefully going to stabilize my camera a lot better. So let's go shop. Come on.
All right, here we go. I'm going to really work on slowing down for you guys. This is another one of those pendant light shades. Couple of pretty colored vases. I really contemplated getting this little blue guy, not for eBay resale, but to put down at the booth. But I ended up leaving it behind. A little generic, but it was nicer than the normal generic, if that makes sense. These are all very modern pieces. And then I spot this guy, who is a winking Santa. These come in a couple different varieties made by Holt Howard. Both are very collectible and to be looked at. These are full sets, but just individual mugs don't sell for as much money, as you can see. This one just didn't seem right with that green rhinestone in the eye, and it had a really new feel to it, so I did leave him behind. And then I spotted this. I thought it was a mosaic at first, but it ends up being that it was a hobbyist piece, so somebody just painted it to look like it was mosaic. It was cool though. Not worth picking up. Spotted this really nice religious print. I believe that's Saint Francis, the keeper of the animals, the saint of the animals. You know, and animals always are good, but I did not pick that one up. I'm always spotting weird stuff. So I'm looking at this going, sometimes displays and plaques and things that go with things can sell for good money. I ended up finding out this didn't go to a plate, it went to this. They had lots of baggies of stuff everywhere. And then I spot these brass duck heads. Now I know these are vintage, and I kind of was kicking myself when I found this result, but this is the general selling price, somewhere in the $15 to $20 range. That made me feel better about leaving them behind. There wasn't a whole lot of good stuff on the shelves today. It was late in the day too. See? Another baggie. Ooh, creepy clown. Okay, I thought these were going to be some really fancy coasters, and I was kind of laughing when I saw that someone had gotten some new coasters and put their little vintage ones into that box. This looks like something from Hobby Lobby. I kind of liked it. I was thinking flower arrangement. Always got to check those top shelves. I found this guy, but there's only one listed at a $50 start price. No bids and no history whatsoever. So not sure it's going to bring that $50, but it was cool. There was this beautiful carved wood with inlaid, I think it's shell that's inlaid in there. It would have been a table. As I pulled one up, you could see what those legs would have looked like, the one that was similar. I I almost bought it, but with that big crack going across the front, that was the deal breaker for me. Otherwise, I would have brought this home and even have tried to just sell it as a tabletop. I spotted this hammered aluminum bowl. There's lots of companies that make these, some better than others. This was Everlast, and it is not one you want to be picking up. Just doesn't have the resale value. And oh, my cart had a mind of its own and was taking off towards the art. I don't know, was it trying to tell me something? Back to this stuff. Okay, then I spot these grapes. Now, those of you who have known me for a long time know that fake fruit used to be one of my things. And while these grapes probably would sell, they are vintage. They're just not bringing the margin that I'm looking for these days. Same with these knife holders. I've tried, they just don't sell for me. Not my niche. They had a lot of Christmas stuff coming out. I guess we have to start thinking about it soon. I always dig, dig, dig. I'm always hoping to find some treasure buried under these stacks of stuff. See that blue stuff on the bottom? That is given away at our casinos here, and it is in every thrift shop and at every yard sale around here. So it's one of those things that I normally don't even look at, but I was doing it just to show you guys in case you see it in any of my other videos. These were just funny. Fitz & Floyd makes a lot of Christmas stuff, so I am on the lookout for Christmas things. That wasn't one of them. I spotted this cute little birdhouse. It was, you know, nothing special though. $10 to $15 on resale value. Here's another one of these. I looked this up in one of my previous Goodwill videos and found that they are not worth a whole bunch. Now remember, I am one-handed as I am trying to get to this nice vase in the back. Had a nice look to it. Simple, yet it had that vintage appeal, but those are not painted on. Those are just transferred on, so I decided to pass on it. Little vintage Santa. And then I find out he's a bank. Now, he looks like he's in really rough shape, but he's actually just super dirty. And I think I can get him cleaned up enough to take some of that, you know, kind of grunge feel away from him, but not to damage him. I'm a little worried about that. So I went ahead and I grabbed him. I knew he was vintage, didn't know how vintage yet. And then I spot this, and this is actually made by a company called Atlantic Mold, which is similar to Holland Mold, where you bought the blank piece and you painted it yourself. Big and heavy, so the shipping on this is pretty monstrous, and that is why they don't sell for more than $20. And then these guys, I know in the past they have sold well. There was 4 of them in here. They were a JCPenney item. They don't look like anything that spectacular, but my gut is telling me that these are worth some money. And the whole bag worth was only $4. So it was like $1 a piece. And then I spot another Mr. Santa, and this one actually has a date on it, 1976. See, I knew it was vintage. So we'll get him cleaned up too. Oops. Sorry. Get back up there. Stay. Okay, that was just weird. I think there was a time that was a thing. Somebody remind me, like, is that like a 70s thing? And this was just somebody's little, you know, creation kit thing they put together. Still not even quite sure what all was in there. That green cellophane was hiding it. Christmas Village house. I tend to stay away from those. But I do look for nativity pieces, and I was super bummed out to see this guy had a broken horn. He was made in Japan. It's not porcelain. It's not like paper mache. It's kind of something like in the middle. I don't know what they they made them out of. Same with this Angel. She is vintage and she is coming with me. Okay, I have to do it. I just have to do it. Yep. Not sure. Oh, I guess that was a lamp. Another one of those shade things, hanging pendant lamp thingies. You know what I'm talking about. I love these little peppers. I was hoping they were somebody something. I mean, they might be, but they weren't marked. They were $2.99 each, was a little bit more than I want to pay for something that is unbranded. My thought process, and for those of you who have a booth at an antique mall, keep this in mind. Getting stuff that has like a spot of color like that, you can draw attention to different areas of your booth. So I tend to look for really bright reds, oranges to do just that. This fooled me. I thought it was vintage. It had that vintage stoneware look to it, but that's pretty modern. Pretty modern. And there was this pretty cardinal music box. But he had a broken flower. This is art pottery. Had there been two of these, I probably would have picked them up. They had a really nice look to them. And these were some sort of stone. But the reason I did not get these was because they were painted silver on the sides. And okay, might just be me, but to me that just was tacky. I don't know. Do you agree? Disagree? Would you have used those coasters? Let me know in the comments. And here I'm spotting more little pops of color. These are Williams Sonoma. They would have come in a set of 4, and this was missing one. I'm just making them look prettier on the shelf. I can't help it. Merchandising is in my blood. I looked to see if this was an actual real butterfly, and it is, and so this did come with me. Real taxidermy butterflies do really well. I'm having regrets that I did not pick this guy up. He was super cute. He was koala. He was marked, but I can't quite make out what it says on his little behind there. But I did end up leaving him behind. Sometimes I just do that. Ladybug. Okay, see what I'm going for? The big old fish picture. And I'm really hoping it's Italy. But it's not. It's China. So it goes back on the shelf. Had it been made in Italy, it probably would be in my cart. Oh, this bunny was really cute, but it was someone's home project and it wasn't even vintage. So, and then the little broken hummingbird. It always makes me sad. I hate seeing stuff broken. This was beautiful, and it was heavy because it was glass. I did contemplate getting it for the booth, but not at 15 because I probably would have had to price it at like 25 to 30, so it takes up too much space for that little of profit. And then I see this new in the package. It is $3.99 for the nice little set of owls. I know these are contemporary, but it's new and it's adorable, and I will take that Marshall sticker off of there, and I should be able to get about 15 for this down at the booth as well. Tinkerbell was definitely missing something. I spot these really unusual and pretty glass candlestick holders, but they have no weight to them. Now, leaded crystal is gonna be heavy, hence the term lead. Leaded, they have lead in them. This is a really nice little bell, but bells or something else I tend to just stay away from. Also spotted this really nice, oops, have to take a moment to see my little friend over here crawling across the floor. Hello, hello cricket. Is that good luck? Is that good luck that I saw a cricket? Okay, back to the crystal ice bucket. I was looking for a signature. Baccarat and Waterford both make a crystal ice bucket that is very popular and sells for really good money still. And these were really nice pieces of crystal. They were very heavy. Again, no signature, no mark, heavy. So I did put those back. You got to be careful with the clear glass, even if it is crystal. And this I loved. I can't even describe what that looks like. What's it saying to you? I know there's a word in my mind. Like it's like needlepoint. And I think that's it. Something like that. But it was just cool. I mean, I've never seen that kind of a pattern on a basket, so I grabbed it. This would have been a beautiful plate had it not been poor quality. All those little kind of like pock marks in it really detracted from its beauty. So probably a mass-marketed newer piece. And this was pretty, but again, I don't know enough about the Asian collectibles and plates and porcelain and pottery. It's not my thing, so I tend to just leave those behind. When I do spot a really cool piece of Asian antique porcelain pottery collectible, and I think it could have some value, I just reach out to my friend Kevin Bruno at Bruno and Company auction down on the East Coast. You might know him from Market Warriors. All right, we get to the mugs, and I saw Life is Good, and I thought Life is Good, but no, this is a Hallmark mug, not a Life is Good mug. Life is Good mugs, which is actually, that's a brand, Life is Good, actually sell pretty darn good. So we're looking for Starbucks, we're looking for Disney, we're looking for Life is Good, we're looking for vintage sets, not so much singular ones, although this kind of drew my eye. It had that, you know, Sakura makes those like make them look old-fashioned type patterns. Not a whole lot calling to me from the China shelves. I see these quite often. This is Oneida Petals. I like the pastel colors that they come in, and they do that on purpose. It also looks a lot like Fiesta ware. Now we are on to the drinking glasses. And I'm really just looking for something that grabs my attention, like these really cute little wine or martini, tiny martini or wine, but they wanted $5 each. I was not going to pay $5 each, being as they are not like marked with a signature like Waterford. This is a big Santa treetop, I believe. They had just a ton of Christmas at this store. It's crazy how much Christmas. And more baggies of stuff. I almost grabbed this bag because of that weird looking Santa on a horse. But they wanted $7 for that bag of Santas, so they stayed. One sad little angel up on top. Oh no, she's got a friend. Okay, these are so Vegas. Just so Vegas, and I know they're nothing expensive, they're nothing fancy, but I am going to take them out of the Kmart box, put them in a baggie, and put them down at the antique mall when it's time to decorate for Christmas. I'm looking, they will mix old and new stuff together. So you can't just assume that it's all going to be the same type of stuff in a baggie. They mix it all together just based on what came in on the donation. So always look through those baggies because you just never know what gem's going to be piled into one. I spotted this. It was cute and it does something, but I don't know what. Oops. And it's not old. No trailers were harmed in the making of this video. That is obviously something that someone shoplifted. Always makes me so mad. And then I find these are nativity pieces, and they are a plastic, but they are very vintage. I'm thinking 70s-ish. So I grabbed those, and then I'm looking in the rest of the bags. I thought for a minute this would be a nativity cow, but it was just cows. And then I find another bag. Oh, yay! This one has baby Jesus. And then I spot another bag that has all the animals. And yes, it has the cow. Yay! So I probably have a complete set of nativity figurines there. And I give the cows a little look, but again, they wanted $7 for this bag, so I left the cows. I was looking for some more of those nativity pieces, just making sure there wasn't any more. And then I see these little elves. Now, what you don't see me do, oh, he was stuck. What you don't see me do is find the mark that says Christmas Around the World. Christmas Around the World was a home shopping party company that was really, really popular in the 80s. So these guys are vintage. And they were just darn cute. Now they've got their Christmas mugs separated out from their regular mugs, which tells you it's really getting close to Christmas time. Right? It's August. It's 110 degrees here, and I'm talking about Christmas. I'm sorry. It's coming, though. And here, is more of the casino giveaway China sets that I will pass by every time, but I'm showing you just so you can see what I see. I thought for sure this was Fitz and Floyd. I really, really did. It had those poppin' colors and it was very detailed. I just really like the look of this piece, even though it's not Fitz and Floyd. I grabbed it. This is a spun glass angel ornament, and I did leave her behind, but you can see she brings about $15. I did pick up this piece of spongeware, and it is not a very high selling piece, but I have lots of purposes for it, going down to the booth or possibly making one of my flower arrangements. I loved the look of this teapot. It had those bright colors that I'm so attracted to, but I decided to leave it. I was trying to get to this little Santa Claus votive tea light holder thing, candle holder. I'm like, come on, words. But at $2.99, there wasn't a lot of meat on the bone there. Poor little wise man. He's all by himself. He is lost. He is lost. This is a cute set of napkins, and then I spot way back there behind there this poor little angel. So I thought I'd bring the angel up to keep the wise man company and hopefully shine a little light so that he can find his way. Oh, seriously, she was in really rough shape, so I left her behind. This is another handcrafted hobbyist piece, but it's done really well. The painting, the glaze, everything was very nicely done. Just doesn't bring enough money to make it worthwhile for me. Okay, I love this fish. It was made by Alice in 1961. And so I am going to take Alice's fish and I am going to find it a new home where it will be loved forever and ever. Hopefully. I had to look at the glass sink, but in used condition they don't bring enough to make it worthwhile. It was pretty though. I was trying to think of how to repurpose it in the garden as like a fountain or something. White milk glass steins are a no-go. Well, look at that little red guy in there. Matches the little green one. And I actually contemplated getting the two of them together, but I decided I wasn't that ambitious today. And then here's more of these baking pans, these loaf pans with a recipe in them. It's banana nut bread. I considered getting those, but left them behind. And then this. It is part of an Anchor Hocking chip and dip set. And look right over there to the right. I haven't noticed it just yet, but here we go. How could they separate these from the mama? Come on now. I think one of the problems is she's only supposed to have one, and there's two. But we're going to get them all back together as a happy little family. Let's go. Come on, kids. Come on. There you go. All right, left them behind because they don't really bring a big enough profit to deal with that hassle factor. I love the colors on this little garlic holder. I contemplated getting it personally, but then I thought, nope. I will not be tempted. And I actually thought this was a real rolling pin at first, but it's not. It's just one of those little wall hangings. Now this, oh my gosh, this. I don't even know how to describe the amazingness that this is. I discovered that they made this out of a real window, and they just put a backing on it. They were asking 20 bucks. Oh my gosh. This came home with me. For sure. It's going down to the booth. There is no way I could ship that. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm shopping from the cart. There's no one around to slap me this time. But notice I'm being respectful. I'm standing back. I'm awaiting someone to tell me I can't touchy. But there's not an employee in sight. And I know that because I waited there for 10 minutes for an employee to help me with that big old window. So then I finally asked when I was taking the window up, it's like, can I shop off the cart? And they said, of course. So, for those of you leaving comments that I should have not been touching the cart back in the video where I got slapped, it's not a policy. They want you to take that stuff off the carts so they don't have to take it to the shelves. That's the policy out here, at least at my Goodwills. These are interesting, and I actually found one example. Now, I've never heard of a martini shooter, but I guess it's a thing, and that's what these were. Cute set, but too much to spend for me. And then it was my day to get big stuff because I spotted this vintage rattan ottoman. And by itself, I was like, I don't know. I was really thinking about it. I was making sure that that under part was not damaged, that it was solid. And I really considered getting this because it was only 10 bucks. So while I was thinking about it, I walk around and I spot this cute little leather top table. And I know this is vintage. It's cool. And again, they only want 10 bucks for it. So I one-handedly got this into my cart. And then I rounded the corner and there's the chair. So I did buy that as well.
Well, that was fun. I ended up getting some pieces of furniture to go down to the booth, including that amazing old window with the dried flower. Oh, if I had a place for that, I might be tempted to keep it, but I think I can get $100 for that. Honestly, it's stunning. And the rattan furniture, you know, I'm investing $25. I'm 99% positive I can get at least $50 for it, and possibly more. So this was a good day. Now I have to drive around and go pick up my goodies. So go be profitable and make it fun, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.